Hi, my name is Tessa Goodnight. I'm white. I identify with she, her, hers pronouns. I'm wearing a white shirt with little red cherries on it. I have long brown hair, and I'm standing in front of a black background. And today, I'm going to show you the best ways to film yourself using a mobile device or a tablet. So the first thing you need to consider is the room that you're going to be in. Now, you can always try filming outside, but sometimes that's difficult because it's hard to find a quiet place with very few distractions outside. So today, let's just practice inside, like in a room in your house. First, you need to think about sound. So it's always best to check your air conditioner or your fan, because those might be too loud and annoying. Also think about appliances. If you're sitting too close to a refrigerator or another appliance that makes a loud noise, that might be too distracting as well. Now let's talk about background. You want to be sitting in front of the simplest, plainest wall in your house. If you can't find a simple plain wall, you can try hanging a curtain or a piece of fabric like a sheet. If it's not possible for you to hang a curtain, try making sure that whatever's in the background is going to enhance the story that you're telling. So something like a poster that's going to tell your story. The next thing you want to consider is your lighting. It's really important that you light your face well. And you want to light your face from the front and make sure that all that light's shining directly on your face. This is why I usually like to use a window, because natural light creates a really nice glow. But be careful. Make sure that when you're using natural light, you're not standing in direct sunlight. So you want to filter that light. I have white blinds that go over my window, so usually I just close the blinds and the white blinds filter that light. If you don't have blinds, again, you can try hanging a piece of fabric or even a white towel. If you can't be in front of a window, try using a lamp, or sometimes I even just use my computer screen. You can do a quick search online for warm white light. You don't want to just use a white screen because, again, that's going to be too bright and it's going to make you look too pale. So now that you've prepped your space, let's talk about camera. You want to grab a chair or a good place to sit that's in front of a desk or a table. Before you start filming, let's talk about the camera orientation. So there's two different kinds of orientation. There's portrait mode, like this, and then there's landscape, like this. To decide what kind of orientation you want to use, you need to think about your audience and how they're going to be watching you. So if they're going to be watching you on a social media that they view on their phones, like Instagram or Snapchat, you might want to use portrait mode like this. But most of the time, if someone's going to watch you on their computer or even on a TV screen, you want to hold it in landscape mode. So that's what we're going to be using today. Landscape mode is particularly good if you want to do a YouTube video. So holding the camera like this, now let's talk about the shot size. In the film industry, there are two major shot sizes. There's a close and a wide. A close is, of course, when you get a close-up on the person who's in focus. And a wide shot is when the camera is really far away and you're seeing a lot of things, like in a movie when you see a whole city block. And while that's visually interesting, we want to see just your face so that people can pay attention and focus on what you're saying. So we're going to be using a close-up today. Now you want the camera to be up, almost at eye level with you, as close as you can get. So I'm going to suggest that you stack up some big, heavy books to rest your arms on when you're filming. If you're not going to use books, you just need to make sure that you find something to rest your arms on so that the camera's not wobbling or shaking around while you're filming. You might want to use a tripod, but if you don't have a tripod, you can prop up the phone using the heavy books like this. I'm going to show you how to use the camera app on both an iPhone and an Android, but let's start out with the iPhone. So the camera app on an iPhone looks like a little camera. And you just tap it, and it'll open up. I'm going to switch the camera around so you can see me. And remember, we're holding it in landscape mode. Now, I'm filming in an office, so there are some windows behind me. But when you're filming at home, make sure there isn't a lot of bright light behind you, because the camera is going to tend to focus on that light rather than your face. Right now, we're in photo mode. But to get to video mode, you just scroll like that. Now you see how the top of my head is cut off? So I want to move the camera a little bit to where you can see my whole head in the shot. And this is that close shot we were talking about. You can use the forward-facing camera by pressing this little button up here that looks like a camera with some swirling arrows on it. And usually the forward-facing camera is going to be a little better quality than the front-facing camera that we're using now. But if you're doing this on social media, then that standard doesn't matter and you can just use the front-facing camera. Before you start filming, you want to make sure the camera is focused on you. To do that, you just tap on your face and it'll focus. And if you see that little sunshine, you can even use that to adjust the lighting, bring the lighting up or down. So get that where you want it, but just make sure you don't wash out your face. Now that we're focused, to start the video, you just press the red button once and it'll start recording. You can make your video, and when you want to stop recording, press the red square one more time. Now if you want to watch that video that we just made, go down to the very right-hand corner and tap on that thumbnail. So there's your video. If you want to watch it in play mode, just tap on it once, and you can watch it in full screen. Now if there's something in the beginning or the end of the video that you want to cut out, you can easily edit it using the iPhone by going up here to where it says Edit and tapping. Using this bar in the very bottom of the screen, you can pull the end to where you want it to end and pull the beginning to where you want it to start. And when you've got it where you want it, just go up here to the top right corner and press Done. It's going to ask you if you want to save the video or save the video as a new clip. So if you save the video, it's going to rewrite the video you just made. Or if you save the video as a new clip, it'll be a totally new video. The camera application on an iPhone is the exact same as the ones on iPads. So all of the controls are going to be exactly the same. So now let's take a look at how you film yourself using an Android phone. Today I'm borrowing an Android phone that has a case with a little strap on it, but that's not typical. The camera app looks like this. So it looks like a little lens. You just tap on it, it opens up your camera. Remember, we're going to use landscape. So you can also film with the forward-facing camera on this phone, just like on the iPhone. You're going to do it by pressing this little button right here that looks like a camera with the swirly arrows. But right now we're going to stay using the front-facing camera. You can also tap on the face and change the lighting just like you can on an iPhone to focus. And when you want to start filming, press this little red dot. And now it's started filming, and I can record what I'm going to say. And when I want to stop, press the square. To look at what we just filmed, it's going to appear up here in this little bubble thumbnail. Tap it. And then the phone's going to ask you which gallery application you want to use to view it. So I'm just going to select the standard Android application. If we turn it to the side. And if you want to edit that video, it's the same as on the iPhone. There's a little pencil icon that you hit. And you can drag it to trim the end and drag it here to trim the beginning. And then you're going to press this button that says trim when you're done. And then save. And there you have it. And now it's started filming, and I can record what I'm going to say. And when I want to stop, press the square. When you're done watching and you want to go back to the camera application, just hit this little camera button up here. And there I am. Everything with the shot distance and any of the composition notes are going to be the exact same with an iPhone and an Android. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you share your story with the world.